All right. Hey everyone, welcome to our first Lightning live stream. I'm excited to invite you all to spend about 45 minutes with Aniket and I while we show you how to build an interactive research poster with Lightning AI. My name is Naira Hussain. I'm a web and mobile developer focusing on machine learning, and for the past few years, I've been working in developer relations. More recently, I'm leading the developer relations team at Lightning AI. And I've had some limited experience with research, primarily with ethical AI and trustworthy AI. I've been working with a few research teams back while I was at IBM. And I do know that showcasing your research, whether it's in a one to one setting or one to many setting, like in a conference, it's always a bit challenging. So we're trying to make this a lot easier for you with an interactive research poster. Aniket, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Naira. Hi, everyone. My name is Aniket Maurya. I am a developer advocate at Lightning AI. And before joining Lightning, I was open source contributor to one of its ecosystem library called Lightning Flash. And before starting, I'd like to tell you a story from my undergrad school. So, in my undergrad, in the final year, we would have been given a research project. In that project, we would basically do a research on one of the machine learning topic, and we would create a research paper. And we have, suppose, training reports metrics in a separate excel sheet, and then we have a model demo in a flask app or something like fast api or streamlit. And all these things we have like finally end up with 4 to 5 multiple applications and windows, and we would have to give the demo on a powerpoint or slide presentation. So it is very inefficient. But with Lightning AI, we have built an interactive research poster app which combines different research components within a single app. So, we are going to talk about how you can build such an application in our live stream today. So, I would like to hand over to Naira to go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aniket. Right. So first off, a little housekeeping. We definitely want to hear from you in our community, and please let us know where you're coming from into this live stream. Are you coming from more of an academia background or more industry and enterprise? Do you work primarily in research, or you work more as a machine learning engineer, or perhaps you're more of a beginner and you're an aspiring machine learning engineer or data scientist, right? Let us know where you're coming from. Let us know if there's anything you like or think can be improved in our live stream, what you'd like to see next, and we're always welcoming more community contributions. So we'd love to also feature you and some of your work if you're building on live stream. So definitely go ahead and put it in this on this Google form. My colleague Olia will share it for you in the chat. Right. So our agenda today: what exactly is a research poster? What's Lightning AI? An introduction to Lightning apps, and finally, how to go about building an interactive research poster application. So, kicking it off with research posters, how many people here have had to make a research poster or present one? Please go ahead and let us know in the chat. So, you can see on the left here a few examples of research posters. It's typically a way to showcase all your research. It could be a few years of research that you need to get in one place, showcasing what your initial findings, your process, any future work. So, it can get a bit complicated when it comes to explaining this, like Aniket said, with any data sets or with a live example of your model, and you have to pull up lots of different screens and get it ready to showcase to a massive audience. And also on the right, if you do a quick search about research posters, I can see people also ask how to make a research poster not boring, what makes it ineffective, what's the purpose of a poster, how long does it take to make a poster. So things have been pretty much the same when it comes to research poster for years now. And I think it's time we step up our game and make it better with an interactive research poster application. So that brings us to Lightning. Has anyone here heard about Lightning? Go ahead and say yes or no in the chat. So Lightning AI is an ecosystem of frameworks. In the AI and machine learning community, there are so many amazing tools that are already available, some of which you might already be working with. Let us know in the chat which machine learning tools are your favorite and what you'd like to see integrated with Lightning AI. But basically, Lightning AI makes it all available to you in one place to be able to work with reusable apps and components and to be able to deploy your machine learning application to the cloud without worrying about anything related to cloud computing. You don't need to think about the underlying infrastructure. You just need to have your model up and running and you can deploy it on Lightning AI, which I think is pretty cool coming from a machine learning background. So your app could be a model development project. So over here, I'm seeing an example with Comet, with PyTorch and Databricks. Or it could be even an ETL app. If you want to extract, transform, and load some data, build a data pipeline, you could do that as well. Or in this case, we're building a research demo. So over here, we have a research demo with MLflow, Gradio, and Lightning. But really, as long as you know Python, you can get started and build in Lightning. Whether you're training and deploying a model, or you're building a recommender system, an ETL pipeline, a research demo, or whatever you'd like to build next. So using Lightning AI is really as simple as what you're seeing on the right, as long as you know Python. You import it by using import Lightning as L. And here are the three different ways you might have seen Lightning used before. So the first one is to build models. That's the trainer part. It's also previously known as PyTorch Lightning. You might be more familiar with it as PyTorch Lightning. And it's really as simple as the commands you're seeing on the right, calling it using l.trainer. The second part is machine learning workflows. So we'll dive into this a bit deeper using Lightning apps, where you can have a Lightning app where it's broken down into apps, flows, and work. And it's as simple as the code you're seeing on the right there. And the last one is to have your ML pipeline running on the cloud. So that's with l.cloud compute. And we're doing that by deploying our applications on the lightning.ai platform. So all these three are the main components of the Lightning AI ecosystem. But what exactly is a Lightning app? So, like I said, you've got these AI ecosystem tools, and we want to be able to consume them easily within our machine learning applications. So, that's what we're trying to do with Lightning Apps. Again, keeping it production ready, enterprise ready, so that you don't have to worry about it as someone who is an ML engineer or even working in research, right? So here are the benefits. It's highly reactive and interactive. It's cloud agnostic and framework agnostic. So you're not tied down to a particular vendor. You don't have to deal with vendor lock-in, which is great. Built for team collaboration, so you can have cross-functional teams all working on the same machine learning solution together, connect multiple UIs together for your solution. It's production ready, local and cloud debuggable, and lastly, it's fault tolerant, distributed, and cost optimized. So we've made quite a few interesting changes now with the pricing as well. I think you'll be excited to try it out. The last thing is the ease of portability. So your app is you're gonna have the same experience building, debugging, and running your app, whether it's locally or on the cloud. So to run it locally, it's just the first command. So that's lightning run app.py. And to run it on the cloud, you're gonna add dash dash cloud to this command. It's really as simple as that, and you're gonna have a seamless experience whether you're doing it locally or on the Lightning AI platform. And to make this a lot easier for you, we have a gallery available. So if you go to Lightning AI now, you can click on apps and components and go to the app gallery where you're going to see all these apps built for AI research, for enterprises, and different use cases. And you can also see our component gallery. So these are reusable components from those apps you saw previously. For instance, you've got examples like the Markdown poster, which is used in our research poster application, Jupyter notebooks, Lightning HPO for hyperparameter optimization, lots of examples for messaging, and so on. And this brings us to how you can showcase your research. So, Aniket, at this point, do you want to show us how the research poster app works?
Yeah, thank you, Naira. So let me share my screen. Cool. So, what is the research poster app? The research poster app contains your paper, your poster. A poster is something that you can build to explain your what is inside your paper, so that anyone who can take a glance can understand what the paper is talking about. Then you have a blog post. Suppose you have written a really nice blog post around your paper, you can attach it. Then you have a notebook viewer. You want the users to see different sections of your code, you can attach your notebook. And training logs, you want your users to see how the training loss changes, like how the validation loss and epochs changes. So you can attach your training report in here. And you can also provide your users an interactive model demo attached directly into your research poster with the Lightning research poster app. So I am going to give you a quick demo of the app. For that, I will go to lightning.ai And here I will log in with my account, and I'm going to the app gallery. And here you can see a bunch of different kind of apps. So there is research AI research app, which contains research poster, pytos lightning app, and then you have recommendation system app. You can see different categories of app for enterprise entertainment and from research demo everything. I'm going to select research poster app, and here you can see two buttons, launch and clone and run. I'm going to click this launch button, and you can see this is a demo app for clip paper from OpenAI. So I have the blog tab. I go to paper tab. So it is loading the paper of OpenAI clip. It's gonna take some time. I think it. I am opening this app for the first time. I think because of my internet. Also, if you register to Lightning AI, you can receive 3 free credits, and you can build and publish your Lightning app to the Lightning Cloud, and you can share that link to anyone, and anyone on the internet can access your app on their phone, on their tab, or on their desktop. So here is the paper for this for this research paper. Then we have the poster tab, which has a very nice looking poster. And then there is a notebook viewer, which has section for loading model, image processing, text processing, and some examples on how you can test the model. I also have a training log attached. This is a weights and biases training report, which shows validation loss and training loss, how it changes with epoch. Also, in the last tab, I have a model demo. So if I click on submit here, it is going to fetch me some images from Unsplash image website, which is a image uh, stock image website. So I click on clear, select a different text, click on submit, and it is going to fetch me some different images from the website. So all this is made with the research poster app, and everything is combined within a same app, so that you do not have to jump between different screens and different application tabs. Now the second option is clone and run. So when I click on clone and run, it's going to clone this app into my account, and it and once this app is ready, I can click on this open app, and it will show me the same app which I just showed you. So it will first provision the machine, download the code, do everything for you. You do not have to install the Python dependencies, anything at all. It will do everything internally. And here you can see compute. So suppose I have model demo, and I want to use GP for model demo. So the hardware will appear here once the app is ready. Okay. So while it is taking some time, let's move forward with the slide. We will come back to this tab later and show you once it is ready. How do I get started with the app? So suppose you are a researcher, and you want to build a similar research poster app, which you can use for presentation or something. So for that, first you have to use Lightning command line interface. You have to enter lightning install app lightning slash research poster. This will use the research poster as template and install in your local system. Then you can edit the template according to your research work, and then launch the app in cloud. The other method to install research template app is using GitHub repo. You can go to the GitHub link. There will be use template button. You can see this green button there. If you click that button, this repo is going to be forked into your account. You can clone this app. Basically, you can clone this GitHub fork into your local system. You can move to the directory. You can install it, and then similarly, you can edit the template and launch it on your cloud. So How do you edit this and customize this research poster template for your work? You will see a research app class which contains different flags for different stuff. So you have a poster directory, paper flag, blog, training URL, notebook, and Gladio, etc. I'm going to give you a brief view of all these flags, how you can change, and what all these flags do. First is paper and blog. So you got a paper and a blog. You want to link it to your app. All you need to do is just provide the HTTP link here, and it will basically when you launch your app, it will open add a tab for your paper and a blog. You got a notebook and you want to integrate into your research poster, just provide the path to your notebook. It will be converted into a static HTML and it will be shown to your users. Next is Jupyter Lab and Gradio UI. So you want to give a model demo so that your users can play with your model. All you need to do is implement a Gradio component which is inside your template and set this flag launch Gradio to true. It will automatically add a tab for model demo. Next is launch Jupyter Lab. If you want your users to provide a fully fledged Jupyter Lab where users can launch a notebook and run the code, you can set this flag to true. But this is not recommended since if you share this app URL to everyone, they can run anything on your cloud. So by default, it is set as false. Now I am going to give you a code walkthrough. I will basically clone this template in my system and I am going to create a new, basically a new research poster app from the default template. So the default template comes with a OpenAI clip implementation and I am going to implement an AnimeGAN research poster. Let's see what is AnimeGAN. I googled AnimeGAN and I have this link here. So what this AnimeGAN do is you provide your selfie and your selfie will be converted into an anime. Simple. So I have the links here. So for this, I have to first install the Lightning template, research template app. And what I will do is I will open my terminal and I'm going to type the command lightning install app lightning slash research poster. So this command is going to install the research poster template into my local system. If I click enter, although I already have cloned this template in advance, and this is the template, and here I open app.py. In the app.py, as I mentioned, I can see research app class, which contains different flags. So I'm going to update each of these flags one by one and launch the template and show you how changing each of the things work. So first I'm going to update the paper link and the blog link. So I have the paper link right here available. I am going to paste this. Then I have a blog right here for AnimeGAN. I am going to paste this as well here. Okay. And I will also add the GitHub link. So in order to run this app, I will use the Lightning CLI, Lightning Run App, app.py. It's gonna run the app in my local system. Cool. I can see the blog here for AnimeGAN 2. Now, what I'm gonna do is I will stop this demo and I will update my Markdown poster. So I come here. So the Markdown poster is basically the poster is basically a Markdown file which you can edit directly with your like you can change the title and your subtitle and the description of your paper. So by default it is implemented for OpenAI clip, and I'm just going to change the title and heading to show you. Here also I have a title, live stream demo. Cool. So let's see how this app looks before the change. So if we see poster tab, it is for clip paper. You can see natural language based research, image search, and OpenAI, all these things. And if I go stop this app and run again, it's going to update for me. Cool. If I go to poster, it is loading. And by chance, if it is going too fast, then this video is recorded. You can view it later at your own pace. Also, the resources for code and everything will be shared with you. So here you can see the demo title is updated, the subtitle and everything is updated. You can also update this image. You can update basically everything present here, so that this can explain your research work rather than template. And next up, then we have report, training report. And for this one, I couldn't find any training report. So what I'm going to do is I want to remove this from my poster app. So I will just comment this out. I'm just going to delete this, and it should be removed from my app. Now I'm going to implement the app for you. So right now this app is for the same unsplash image search app, which comes as a default. Now I'm going to implement a image AnimeGAN demo. So I'm going into this model demo file, and here there are two methods: build demo and predict. I have to implement these two methods with the AnimeGAN function. So I'm going to delete this clip module because I do not need this anymore. Cool. So if I, how do I implement this? So if I search AnimeGAN v2, I have a PyTorch implementation here, which I am going to use. So how does this model work is, I have a, I can load this model from Torch Hub. So I have the model here. Then I also need to import something called face to paint, which I am going to build from here. So I have loaded both the generator model and the face paint. Okay, I am going to remove everything about clip from here. And this model works like this. You have to pa in order to generate an image, the face when accept the model as parameter and your image, self image. So I am going to from func tools import partial and face to paint model. And I have to implement the predict method. So I will receive an image from here, and the response will also be an image. I will call the model and pass my image inside the model. Now I have implemented the build model and the predict method. So I am going to just change the input type, which I am going to receive as image, and the type here is a pillow image, and the output type is also an image. I'm going to remove the examples, and now I am going to run this again. Cool, it is loaded. And I go to the model demo tab. Here I am going to upload image of Tom Holland in his Spider-Man suit. It's gonna take some time and then convert this into an anime. I'm just checking the log if there is any error or not. I don't see any error. If you see any error, comment, add in the comment section. It is taking some time. Let me go through the code again if I messed up something. So all looks good to me. Uh, Let me restart the app again. By the way, you see unsplash image search. If you want to edit this, you need to go here, scroll up a bit, and in configure layout, just change this to animegan. Also in the tabs here, update this to animegan. We will have to restart, but first let me check the model demo. Okay, so I am again going to upload the image of Tom Holland and see if it works. Maybe there is some problem with my ID or something, but I already have a demo deployed on Lightning AI, so I can show you that instead. So you can go to App Gallery, search AnimeGAN here. This is called Anime Converter, and click on Launch button. You see, I have a poster for AnimeGAN blog, and directly go to Model Demo. There is an example of Elon Musk, which I am going to select and click on Submit. Cool. So this has converted the image of Elon Musk into an anime. Let's see, the my local code is not working for some reason. It's okay. Cool. So let's move forward. What we have done here is we basically cloned this template, came to app.py, and just updated these flag links. So I updated the paper blog link and then went to the model demo module and just updated the build model function and the predict method, and then updated the input and output types. Now, cool. So that's how you build a research poster app with this template. And if you build this an app with lightning research poster app, share it with the world, tweet it, tag it with tag the official lightning handle, and also add the hashtag build with lightning. And if you go to lightning.ai/your profile, you will see the app links, and you can share that link with your friend, your colleague, your professor, and they can just view your poster from their phone, tab, desktop, anything. Also, do not forget to hit the star to the Lightning GitHub repo. And now I would like to hand over to Naira for to move forward with the presentation.
Sure. Thank you so much, Aniket. I hope it was useful for everyone attending our live stream today. So, just to wrap up, here are our key takeaways. We showed you how to build and deploy your own machine learning workflow. Aniket also showed you can have it all available within your profile on Lightning AI. So, you can share all your machine learning applications with the world. How you can use your interactive research poster in the wild. So definitely if you're working in research or you have a research project to showcase, create an interactive research poster app using Lightning AI and use this in your conferences. And lastly, to get started, go to Lightning AI, check out the reusable apps and components within the app gallery, and that will definitely help you while you're building your upcoming applications. We also love to showcase an application from our community. So over here, we have an application built by Mark from our community. You can check out his Twitter handle over here. And what he's done is he's used Panel, which is a interactive, high-level dashboarding application for your machine learning data sets. And you can see over here in this GIF, he's showing you how to go through the iris data set, go through some cross-filtering, how to work with streaming data, which is pretty cool. And lastly, some big data visualization. So we thought this was one of the cooler apps that we've seen built on Lightning in the past month. And if you'd like to be featured on the next live stream, make sure to use the hashtag build with Lightning and tag Aniket or me to be featured. That's about it for today. So here are resources. All the code and the steps we went through today are on github.com/lightningai/LAI research template app. The link has been shared in the chat. You can also check out this link on the Lightning AI website to discover what Lightning can do for you in 5 minutes. These slides will be on the GitHub repository, so you can access it through that. And lastly, become a part of our community. So you can join any of our meetup groups. That's on meetup.com/pro/pytorch-lightning to be informed of all our upcoming events, whether it's in person or online. That's about it for today. Again, please make sure to share your feedback with us at this link, t.ly/research poster, or you can scan this QR code and it'll open up a Google form for you to share your feedback with us. You can let us know what you like, what can be improved, what you'd love to see next. If you'd like to be featured, we are ready to hear it all. And you can follow us on Twitter, LinkedIn, or contact us by email if you have any other questions for us. I think we just have a few minutes left. If we have any questions in the chat, we can take them live now. Right, Aniket, I see we have one question from One Pot Dish. Tabs is the list. How do we connect it to the correct link? Could you answer that for him or
Sure.
her?
So the tabs is a list, and if you go to configure layout in the code, you will see there is a dictionary with different keyword as name. Basically, the tabs accept those names. You can arrange the name, and as you arrange the name in the tabs list, it will appear in the same way on your app UI.
All right, cool. One pot dish. I hope that answered your question for you. I'm not seeing any other questions in the chat for us. Again, all the code and the steps are up on GitHub. The link has been shared in the chat. So feel free to follow along at your own pace. And if you're able to build and deploy your interactive research poster app, please tag it with hashtag build with lightning. Remember to tag the Lightning AI accounts or tag Aniket or I, and we'd be more than happy to review or even showcase it in the next live stream. Thanks everyone for joining us today and see you next time.
Thank you, everyone.